Viewers of the phenomenally popular reality show Mountain Men have surely been captivated by the mysterious Tom Orr. Tom Orr is one of the most interesting celebrities in the world. His incredible resilience and fearlessness in the face of danger have brought him widespread acclaim. Tom is an incredible mountain guy whose bravery, ingenuity, and tenacity have served as an inspiration to many. This is your opportunity to lose yourself in his fascinating world. The life and work of the legendary mountain man Tom Orr, whose courage, ingenuity, and boundless enthusiasm have motivated countless people, is about to unfold before your eyes. Get ready to go on an incredible journey into this planet. Tom asserts that his rustic upbringing outside of Rockford, Illinois, prepared him for the challenges of adulthood. He clearly shared an innate affinity for nature with his elder brother. They spent as much time as possible playing outside and riding trick horses when they were kids. In 1943, Tom Orr came into this world in the U.S. state of Illinois. Chuck Orr, his father, was a U.S. Wild West performer from 1870 to 1920. No one in his family has ever achieved such fame as he has. Tom and Nancy Orr moved to Yak Valley, Montana in the 1970s, and he became completely immersed in the alpine lifestyle. Nancy Orr was his closest partner. In Troy, Montana, Tom and his rodeo riding pals cared for livestock before making their way to the Montana highlands. While still in his 20s, he began combining rides and kept doing so until health issues forced him to cease. They then moved to a remote part of Montana, far from any civilization. They constructed a cabin some 80 kilometers away from the nearest food shop once they had settled down. Every step of the food production process, from hunting and gathering to cooking, is under their control. Whenever they make a pit stop in town, they always sell their handmade wares. Not to mention that they receive numerous inquiries for products that they rarely sell. This weighs heavily on them. Despite his lack of formal training, Tom Orr is widely regarded as one of the most esteemed American hide tanners. Tom began his career as a rodeo cowboy shortly before he became 21 years old. Even though he hasn't competed in rodeo in quite some time, his health problems were a major factor in his choice to retire. He jumped into tanning without the proper education or experience once his rodeo career ended. His wife and he set out on their journey into the sector. He settled into a rural part of Montana and began a career as a cowboy. They had to start anew after abandoning all they owned and seeking refuge in the woods, away from the hustle and bustle of civilization. Tom and his wife began producing a diverse array of items, including boots, shoes, coats, shirts, jeans, and moccasins using tanned deer hides. Even though these items are available for purchase elsewhere in the city, demand for them has been exceptionally high. His 30 years of mountain life caught the attention of the show's producers, who invited him to join the cast. Her answer was yes to the proposition. Tom Orr's net worth is around $400,000 as he has worked as a rodeo cowboy and is now a TV personality. A self-taught tanner, he went on to have a rodeo career that included 8 trips to the International Finals Rodeo. During the 3 decades that followed his rodeo career, he reached the finals 8 times. This was the end consequence of the health problems he had while competing in rodeos. Shirts, pants, coats, and moccasins were among the many things that Tom crafted from tanned deerskins. At first, Tom became famous for his role as a convincing impersonator in the hit History Channel series Mountain Men. Into the Wild Frontier, a television series that aired in 2022, saw him once again captivating audiences. Fans all across the world find inspiration in Tom Orr's extraordinary and diverse life story. His life has been filled with thrilling experiences, grit, and adventure. Despite being married for some time, the precise moment when Tom Orr and Janice Fraser fell in love remains a mystery. It was the birth of Tom's 2 children from his first marriage. A house in the valley of the Yak River was where he set up shop. Unfortunately, Kelly went away in 2015, which put a tremendous strain on the family. After Tom and Nancy wed Kelly, Chad became their husband, but Kelly passed away. What had transpired was so unbelievable to Tom. The heartbreak that Tom and his family are experiencing as a result of their child's loss is indescribable, and the fact that they are in the public eye only makes matters worse. Chad, as the son of Tom, exemplifies the virtue of tenacity in preserving the family name. Florida natives Chad and Kim Burnett are household names thanks to their successful horse training enterprise. Transferring from the wilds of the woods to the horse farms of Ocala, The horse capital of the world exemplifies the Orr family's diverse interests and abilities. As a result, we found ourselves in circumstances that were both wonderful and terrible. In the episode Tom's Big Day, viewers got a glimpse of Tom's birthday bash, which highlighted his role on the show and his reluctance to leave the life that has provided him fame and happiness. Fans, however, began to speculate about the show's future due to his frequent absences. All of his family's problems, including his own, show how complicated life is. Many characters, including Tom himself, have crossed paths with Tom during the film. The stories told by his children and his own life story are among Tom's most cherished memories. His children and those who were present at his return have mostly been the center of attention in the account of his return. Tom has been fortunate enough to be able to continue creating this series because to his family's love and acceptance of him. Now, Tom's amazing loved ones are the key to their retirement. Not only does Tom's life story demonstrate his family's strength and resilience, but it also reveals how it assisted in their healing process. Despite their small role, the spectator is captivated by the positive parts of Tom's life. The fact that Tom maintained a steady stream of personal ties with his children was the single most important factor in making the show credible in numerous situations. Even after all these years, the film can still make people think. He exemplifies the highs and lows of life's journey that have brought us to this moment by sharing his story. Tom and Nancy tied the knot almost 50 years ago. Chad, Oregon's son, has made multiple appearances on the TV show Mountain Men, while his wife has only been seen in public on rare occasions. Their profile isn't quite as high as Tom's. Tom finds more happiness than anything else in his life because of his marriage to Nancy. His happiness brings him joy. Tom was behind the wheel of a Bronco when they first crossed paths, and it was the beginning of their friendship. They persevered through it all by sticking together and lending a hand to one another. When you take into consideration all of their shared experiences, including their lengthy marriage, you'll be amazed at how much they actually have in common. Tom and Nancy have been married for 50 years, and they have also lived in Montana without electricity or running water for over 17 of those years. In a lot of ways, they are also quite similar to one another. They find great joy in being in nature and enjoying outdoor activities. Regardless, keep in mind that both individuals take pleasure in doing their part to preserve Mother Nature. The main reason behind their choice was their wish to construct their house on top of the mountain near the lake. After marrying Tom, Nancy began to appreciate the breathtaking mountain scenery and other forms of natural beauty just as much as he did. Energy and water were necessities for the two individuals' survival. They continue to make a living today by utilizing their unique abilities in conjunction with the abundant natural resources at their disposal. Almost 30 kilometers separate their neighborhood from the closest grocery store. After considering all of these things, one can't help but speculate about the life they would have led had they made different choices. Everyone knows that Tom got his start in the business world as a young man competing in rodeos. His health deteriorated since his participation in the rodeo circuit was bad for his overall health.